Ciao everybody, Katerina here. Welcome to my home. What a beautiful fall season we've started out with. And right at this time, you are able to purchase Concord grapes, and only at this time. Therefore, I've decided I'm going to prepare Concord grape pie for my Harvest Fest tomorrow. Now let's get started. Concord grape tart. This is what we will be preparing today, a wonderful fall dessert. We're going to begin by preparing the pâte brisée extra because it has to be refrigerated for 1 hour. I can do it by hand, but it's so much easier with a food processor. 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Give it a really good pulse. Good. 1 egg yolk. Start adding 1 cup of cubed cold butter while the machine is running. And for the final ingredient, 1/4 cup of ice water. That's it. When you see the dough coming together, you know it's ready. Transfer your dough to a lightly dusted workbench or your work surface. Now this is the center of the dough. I'm just going to go a little bit over for the bottom because you need more dough for the bottom, and this will be for the top. Okay, shape it into a disc. Plastic wrap. Top disc, the bottom disc in the refrigerator for 2 hours. You're going to need a 9-inch pan with a removable bottom for this tart. I floured it, placed parchment paper at the bottom just for extra insurance, sprayed and floured the bottom as well. Roll the bigger half of the dough to approximately 10.5 inches in diameter. I just removed the bottom part of the crust very gently. I'm going to roll it up and work a little bit quickly because it's a very fussy dough. Okay, into my pan. Don't worry if it breaks, we can just fix it with our hands. Now this came off, just press it in, really. We're going to be refrigerating this again. It really doesn't matter. Just want to show you so that you don't get alarmed. When it cracks, just take it, put it back in and push it in. Once it's baked, believe me, you won't be able to tell. Take out all the excess. There. Tart shell is ready. I'm just going to press it in on the ends because I love those little grooves in the tart. Back in the refrigerator for ½ an hour. Top disc, we're going to roll out to approximately 9.5 inches. The top has rolled out beautifully. I have a tray here with parchment paper. I am going to very delicately place it on the parchment paper. The refrigerator for 1 hour. In the meantime, we're going to work on the filling. Prepare your Concord grapes, 3 cups. All you need to do is rinse off the grapes and remove them from the stem. I'm going to start by adding ½ cup of water plus 2 tablespoons to my pot. 3 cups of the Concord grapes, and we're going to bring them to a boil. With the potato masher, approximately every 4 or 5 minutes, just start crushing down your grapes. See? So fragrant. I'm going to say it if you can only smell my kitchen. Wonderful. Just keep mashing it down. We want all the wonderful flavors. Everything's been mashed beautifully. All the flavors are out. Turn your stove off. You're going to need a sieve with a heat-proof bowl. Here we go. Press it through. We want all these wonderful juices. I squeezed as much juice as I possibly can. Don't forget to just scrape the bottom. Make sure we get all that good stuff. I'm going to discard this and allow the juice to cool. Our grape juice is nice and cooled. We're going to add it to the heavy bottom pot. We're still preparing the filling. To the juice, I'm adding half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Give it a really good mix, and we're going to allow the sugar to dissolve. 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons of lemon juice, tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm going to dissolve it in 1 tablespoon of purified water. Cornstarch has dissolved. I'm going to add it to the grape mixture. It's going to be the thickening agent. Once you notice that your filling is bubbling, you put your candy thermometer in. Once it reaches 220 degrees Fahrenheit, you know it's ready. I'll set this aside until it cools completely. Start with the crust again. The top layer for my Concord grape pie. I use these beautiful mold leaves to help me to do a little decoration on the top. Form the big, just pierce it ever so slightly, and then the little one beside. Once we egg wash this, add sugar and put it on top, it'll pop up. I'm making the little stems because it's just me with the back of a knife. And I'm going to make the little stem, attaching it to the grapes. And I'm forming little circles. I will be removing some circles because you want some air holes. These are the air holes for the tart, and now I'm going to form little ones. And the other little tarts, the little holes that came out, I'm just going to form them in here. Back in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. My filling has been refrigerated for 5 hours. This is one that I prepared earlier. Look how beautiful. You want it nice and jelly looking. Okay, we're going to fill our pie. Top, it's still really, really cold, so I think I can just do it with my hands. Yes, I can. Here we go. About to egg wash the bottom, so I have to do it this way. You see, even I make mistakes. Sit down with your fingers and the excess will automatically fall out. Egg wash is 1 egg yolk and 2 tablespoons of milk. We're going to give this a really nice egg. Pieces that I cut, I'm just going to add them on. I think they're really pretty. I'm going to sprinkle it with sanding sugar. I found this really pretty blue for half an hour. My Concord grape tart baked off beautifully. I'm going to allow it to cool, and I'm going to say it, if you can only smell my kitchen. It comes down to room temperature. I will refrigerate it for approximately half an hour. I'm just going to cut a small little sliver to taste it for you. Oh, how wonderful. Look how beautiful that looks. I'll be serving this wonderful tart with chantilly cream and creme fraiche, whatever my guests prefer. I like chantilly cream. I'm going to taste this for you. Oh, so good. Whoops. With some cream. You just have to make this. It's absolutely delicious. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy harvest season, happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. God bless, and it's Katerina from my home to yours. Don't forget to hit your like button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel and share my recipes. Ciao. You have to take this tart away from me because I think I'm going to eat it all. I wanted to mention that if you can't find Concord grapes, I also prepare this tart at Christmas time, and I use black grapes. It's just as delicious.
Funny how this all looks different, but it feels the same. Like how life never stops changing, but some things never change. So fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family, the kind of love that all these years can't wash away. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Watching football, watching families grow, the old kids' table, all have kids up there.
I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving to you and your families, and God bless, and may you have a blessed autumn. Katerina.